So I thought I'd take a minute out of eating my lunch real quick to actually talk about a situation that's come up. So, about over 30 minutes ago, almost about coming on 40 minutes, because I was on Twitter and I saw this, Mandy Rose has been released from her WWE contract. Amanda Sack, Mandy Sachs is what? Sachs. Amanda Sachs. I'll say that. But Mandy Rose has been released from her contract by WWE, reported by Fightful Select Sean Rossat, saying amidst her nude photos being leaked onto the internet, Mandy Rose has been released of her contract. And it's not because of her nudes being released onto the internet, it's because that she had a fan time when she was actually promoting on her social media. She was promoting on her social medias for a little bit. She was promoting her fan time. Her exclusive content unfortunately was leaked onto the internet. And when it was known that she had this platform where she allowed fans to pay for seeing her content, and especially also seeing her nude content, WWE acted into releasing her apparently today, which makes the NXT title change a little bit more shocking. It makes it a little more understandable, but at the same time, it makes this situation feel a bit more of a, I say that the situation, it's really, it's like I'm already doing a retake of this. I don't feel like doing another retake of this because I can't think of the words. I can't think of the words to really describe the whole situation. My thing is, I'm on the side with WWE where they did the right thing in releasing her. Because if she was going to continue to post the content that she was posting and she wasn't going to stop, she was going to just continue to go, she was refusing to follow the contractual guidelines that are on there for a reason, then they have all rights to go ahead and release her. Like, it's nothing wrong with WWE's reasoning on it, because this is a new era. This is a different era than what it was back in the Ruthless Aggression era, back in the Attitude era, where you had people like Chyna, Sable, Tori Wilson, Christy Hemme, Candice Michelle, Ashley Mazzaro, posing for Playboy, seeing all of their nude content and everything, new photos, new videos, seeing all that, or new photos, I should say, seeing all of their nudes, them being naked in the magazine. Like, that was okay back then. This is not okay now, because it's a much different time period, and where WWE are pushing more of the women are less of a sexual figure, but more of a powerful force. I'm not saying it's wrong what Mandy Rose is doing. It's perfectly fine. If you are comfortable with your body, if you are comfortable with people seeing you naked, doing things for people where you are being naked, showing off your boobs, showing off your pussy and ass and everything wide open, go ahead. I support it full-heartedly. Get your money the way that you're supposed to get your money, that you want to get your money. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's completely wrong. You don't need to do that. You can just go and get another job. No, this is 2022. Want to make an OnlyFans? You want to post nude photos? You want to get sexy? You want to squirt? And you want to come? And you want to do all that stuff? Go right the frick ahead. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. It shouldn't even be a problem. But if you are under contract with a company that has limitations to what you can post. For instance, if you are in a company where you are a public figure and you can't do these kind of things that is said that you can't do, like having OnlyFans where you're posting new content, then you are obviously going to face repercussions. You're going to face the consequences. And that's what Mandy Rose is unfortunately facing with this release. Now, it's not fair the way that she was released, because most likely WWE must have found out about it through her nudes being released onto the internet. And like how a lot of people did, myself included, I'm that kind of person where if I see it and it's there, I'll look into it, but at the same time, I'll be like, damn, I didn't want it to be this way that I found out. It will suck, but WWE, everybody else finds out the same way. So WWE most likely found out this way. I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% on, like, I don't follow, like, news reports. I don't have sources. I just speculate. I'm like more of an opinion-based kind of guy more than anything. I don't have facts. I just state what's on my mind. I don't really always have facts to back my statements up. But I usually just go with what I feel, how I feel personally about situations, how I feel personally about things that happen. And this is how I personally feel. Although it sucks that Mandy Rose was released, I hate for anybody to lose their job in any sort of way. I'm somebody that has lost numerous jobs in ways that is unimaginable. There's understandings to why things happen. This is an understanding of why this happened, of why Mandy Rose was released. And it sucks, but it is what it is. You have contractual obligations to what you can do and what you can't do. The same thing goes back to the walkout. It's contractual. It's a contractual obligation for you to show up. And if you don't show up, you walk out, you face the repercussions, you face the consequences. That's what Sasha Banks and Naomi faced. And I've talked about that before. I might leave a link to that. I've got a 2-part series of what that walkout was about, but my whole thing was you have a contractual obligation to fulfill, and if you don't fulfill that, you are going to face serious repercussions, and those are repercussions that are going to be either a suspension or it's going to be a release. And amidst all this, amidst being me just saying contractual obligations, suspension wouldn't be in the talk though. Because Mandy Rose was suspended. Cool, she's suspended for a certain period amount of time, but she's still going to be posting on her fan time for her fans and being there making money the way that she feels is for her to do. Because that's what she does. They had to release her. Because you can suspend her, but she's still going to do it. Because she won't refuse at the end of the day. You release her, it hurts, but it's understandable. Because if somebody's going to disagree with you on doing something that you're telling them not to do, then you have all rights to act the way that you need to act. And that's what WWE did. They acted the way they needed to act. And a lot of people are getting on Triple H's head, Nick Khan's head, Stephanie's head. That doesn't make any sense to me. It really is baffling. This is really the one quote unquote bad thing WWE has done in their new leadership. But overall, they've been pretty much successful in pushing a new agenda and pushing a new mindset. So, and I don't even think this is a bad thing. I think this is just an understandable reasoning to what took place, to what happened, and to what has happened. It's unfortunate. I will completely agree with that point. That it's unfortunate the way that apparently they found out, or how everybody found out, because it happened in a time where we didn't know. about this until it was brought up in multiple articles, like almost days ago, maybe a week ago. I didn't know that Mandy Rose had a fan time, much different from OnlyFans, much different from Fansly and every other, for that. Fans, what's that other one? There's another one, but I can't think of that name. Just for Fans. Just for Fans. It's much different than Just for Fans, OnlyFans, and Fansly. It's much different than that. They're all different in different ways. Are they making money on it? Yes, they are. But different things you can do. And I will say this. I'll end it on this. As much as it sucks that she lost her job, you must understand the business side of everything. Especially now, especially into the years going on and on and on and on. WWE had to make a business decision at the end of the day. Because then you could be telling, if they kept her around and she was still posting new photos, then you're telling your sponsors oh, we just have somebody on our roster that sponsors are seeing this and oh, we don't want to do business because you got somebody within your company that posts new photos. Also keep in mind that this is a family promotion, really. Kids also tune in. So imagine if parents came across Mandy Rose and the fact that their kids, or the internet is huge nowadays. Imagine if the parents come across or search Mandy Rose up one day, they see an article about her having new photos or having an account where she posts new content, and their kids come across that at some point. That's going to be something too. That's going to be a huge discussion, and families are going to tune out, and then that becomes a problem. So on the business side of everything, this was the correct call. In my opinion, this was the correct call. It sucks, but it's understandable at the end of the day. And a lot of people, I'm not going to say don't defend it, do defend it. But you can't really do anything else about it. It is what it is. And, her being released does give her new windows of life to do what she wants. And who knows? Maybe she might leave the wrestling business and continue to post on her fan time, or most likely further advance her modeling career. She has, again, an amazing, awesome figure, a great body. She can do as she pleases. Hell, she can continue to wrestle. She's a great wrestler. She's improved for sure. Ever since debuting years ago, she's become one of the most improved wrestlers on the entire planet, in the entire wrestling world. She's definitely in the top 10 for sure. She had an amazing reign as NXT Women's Champion. For somebody that didn't keep up as much, I saw the improvement. I saw the things that she was doing differently within her character, within her in-ring skills. She's far beyond what she once was back when Absolution was a thing. She's much different than what she was before, and how she is now. She's become incredibly talented, and there's going to be companies that are going to be waiting for her to come out of that 30-day non-compete clause, and be ready for her to just snap right on her and bring her in as a top figure. I don't know what's going to happen. That's just me saying things. That's rambling at this point because I just been going across Twitter, seeing a whole bunch of different reactions, and I just see a lot of people just saying that it was wrong, it's terrible, she shouldn't be fired. People saying that the leadership is all going downhill, and I just completely disagree with that. I completely disagree with how leadership is. I think leadership has a mind for what they want. Leadership has a mind for what they want for their future, for what they want for their product, for what they want for their roster. And at the end of the day, I just really am understanding of what the business side of everything is and how things need to be handled. Could this have been handled differently? Yes. But we really don't know how WWE or how everybody in particular got all this information, knew about this. Maybe during talks with Mandy, they found out or they asked about it. And Mandy said, okay, yes, I do have this and I post here. This is what I do outside of the company. I love what I do outside of the company and I want to continue to do it. But that's just the thing. She can't do it within the company. It is what it is at the end of the day. I'm just going to just end it on there. And I hope the very best for Mandy, for Amanda, and also for Tino, and for their entire family. I hope nothing but the absolute best. I hope there's much great success coming her way. I know for sure she's going to be back on her feet very, very soon. Very soon. She's not going to be down for too long. For a fact, she's not going to be down for too long. That's really just how I feel about it. You can disagree with me, say that I'm wrong, say that, oh, I'm just an absolute idiot, I don't know how the business works. For somebody that's been in a corporate system for years, that's been trying to fight the system, I have a pretty good idea of what's good and what's not good. And this is one of the things that's unfortunately not good for a corporate company, for a company that has what WWE is. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. Like I said, disagree with me in the comments. I perfectly will understand why, but I'm willing to have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. If you don't want to have a conversation, oh well, you can say I'm an idiot, I'm a sexist, whatever, but I'm none of those things. Like I said, I perfectly am somebody that's, hey, if you want to post news, you want to masturbate, you want to do all this, perfectly go ahead. Do it, because you can. It's a free world. It's 2022, but don't do it when you have limitations, when you're a part of a company that has limitations within what you can do and what you can't do. That's it for me. Peace and love, everybody.